It's Rob!
Tony!
And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Inn. I'm Rob, and today on our quest to complete all of the common decks, we are doing the Hunter. So this has rush tendencies. I wouldn't really call this a Rush Hunter because it's missing a lot of the rushy cards like Knife Juggler, Eaglehorn Bow, and so on. No Mad Scientist either, hence the all common, and that came out of Naxxramas. But it does have, it's very, I would say, semi-fast paced, and it does have a semi-late game. So, yeah, let's get right into it. This hand, again, is going a rogue. We don't need the Iron Beak. We don't need the Hunter's Mark. The Animal Companion's always good to have in the beginning hand. And then the Hyena is also not bad to have. So this starting hand really isn't looking that terrible going against a rogue. We've got the Acidic Swamp Ooze because rogues, have weapons. We've got our 1-drops. We've got our 2-drops. We've got our 3-drops. So everything's looking pretty nice here. We could coin and play the Hyena, and then the following turn play the Web Spinner, which I'm definitely going to take advantage of, because now if he can't kill if I would have played the Web Spinner, he would have just killed it with his weapon, and if with the Hyena out, he's going to at least have to deadly weapon. And he doesn't have a coin, so he cannot deadly weapon. So from here, we can play the Acidic Swamp Ooze, destroy his weapon. So now he's going to have to pay 2 more mana to bring it back out, and he still can't kill anything on the field, so which is pretty nice. Even though we only killed his basic weapon, it still puts him back 2 mana that he used from the start. So unfortunately, our high main died, our Hyena died. That's probably one of my favorites out of the Animal Companion. It's a 4/2, give +1 to everything on the field, so that combined with sometimes Call the Hounds can really be a crazy combo. So he's probably going to kill my Acidic Swamp Ooze. Ooh, no he's not. Does he have a Shiv? A Blade Fury, wow. Okay. That's not cool. Blade Fury is a really good card. Not only does it damage your field, but it also damages your hero as well, so rogues definitely have some crazy cards. I'm going to ping for just 2 and end my turn here. If we would have played the Web Spinner, it would have taken out the Divine Shield. It would have given us a beast, but I'd rather throw my Web Spinner out when I can Houndmaster it and make it a 3/3 with Taunt. So at least it gives it a little oomph before it goes and dies and gives me a random beast. So there we go. Let's pull that little combo off. Too bad it's not gonna hold the Lothab back for long, but at least it's a good defense for what he's got. And for card advantage wise, it's looking the same. He's got 4 cards in hand, I've got 4 cards, and now I've got 5 cards and he's got 3 cards. Woohoo! But my buff is lost at this point. So it looks like he's swinging directly. He's not really worried about my field too much. Multi-shot. Wow. Okay, so we have a situation here. If we kill the 3/3, it's going to kill off his 4/3. If I multi-shot, it's going to take out the Divine Shield. But we need to get rid of that 3/3. Even if we call the Hounds, we'd only have 3 mana left, and we could, Acidic Swamp Ooze and play a Web Spinner? That's not viable. We need to make a good clear this turn. Even if we play Tundra, we would still have to kill off the 3/3. We could hope for the best and multi-shot, I suppose. It might not be a bad choice. As long as I can kill the 3/3, I think it'll be alright. And it'll take the Lothab blow if it hits it. Ideally, it'll hit... Okay, never mind. Alright. Web Spinner. And we'll pretty much take out the Lothab. Yeah, I think that might be the best bet. So now the Lothab is at 1. So obviously he's going to either use his weapon or his 1/1 to kill my Web Spinner and play another creature. But I can also call the Hounds. So that'll kill off his Lothab if he doesn't. Oh, he's ganging up. He just put 3 Lothabs in his deck. Okay. That's probably going to screw him over later. Most of the rogues, if they do that, gang up, they'll use it on maybe like a Sledge Belcher or something really annoying. Not normally a Lothab. Okay, so we'll throw down the Animal Companion. Let's see what we get. Alright, we get the 4/4 with Taunt. Nice. We'll kill off the 5/1, and then we'll attack directly with the 1/1. So hopefully maybe he can play like one of the, well, I believe it's a 3/4 weapon, and our Acidic Swamp Ooze will take care of it. Or even if he buffs his weapon with another deadly weapon, that would be pretty useful for our Acidic Swamp Ooze. So it's not a bad choice at all. So I guess I should talk about the deck list a little bit, since we haven't done that one time yet. If we take a look over here, we've got the Hunter's Mark. This is pretty much our field removal. Cost 0 to bring an opponent's creature down to 1. So that's really, really helpful when trying to clear the field. So if they have a big creature you can't get past, or you need to get rid of that taunt, really easy way. And I just realized it did not end my turn. I was like waiting for him to play stuff, and I'm like, oh wait. I don't know how I haven't noticed a giant line across my screen, or the giant end turn button. Anyway. Web Spinner, this is obviously, you probably have seen this, and I keep hitting the desk with this Expo marker. I'm sorry, I'm just going to put that off to the side. Every once in a while you hear like a thunk. I'm sorry. Okay. So he did play the Assassin's Blade. Nice. And we'll get back to Web Spinner in a second, but let's pay attention to this game. So, because he played the Assassin's Blade, we obviously know we're going to be playing the Sledge, or the Acidic Swamp Ooze next, and after that we'll have 6 more mana to do as we please. This guy has 3 health, so we might kill command it. We might kill command it and play. Ooh, no. Ha, nice. So, obviously, Acidic Swamp Ooze is going to be one of the first things we do, and then from here we could probably Houndmaster into our Houndmaster my Call the Hounds to take out the 5/3. Nice. And we have just enough mana to do so. Okay, so Web Spinner, this is our 1-drop. This guy can be buffed like Houndmaster, like you've seen. Turns into a 3/3 with Taunt, so not that bad. And then when he dies, you automatically get a Beast back, and that Beast can then be used with Houndmaster. That's why we got him in the deck. So really nice card, really good 1-drop, and it definitely can be buffed, which is nice. And that Lothab just screwed him over, like not casting a spell next turn. I suppose that might. That's 7. I suppose that could have been game. But I don't have a beast on the field. I would have had a beast on it. So it did stop me from game. It delayed me 1 turn. Oh no, because I could have played the Parakeet. So what would have that been? 7, 5, 12, 13, 4. It would have been 14 damage. I'm not really sure what his health was before I started attacking. But anyway. Glaive Zuga, this is a really nice card because we do not have Eagle Horn Bow. I believe that is a rare. It's a 3/2 whenever a secret... Lols. I'm talking about Eagle Horn Bow. Glaive Zuga, it's a 2-drop for 2/2. Whenever it comes out, give a random creature on your side of the field +1 attack. So this definitely buffs some of your creatures, and it gives you a 2/2 weapon, which isn't too bad. I'm glad it has that 2 durability. And I stopped talking about the game because, as we know, the game just got cleared up with my passive. So that's our first win. Hopefully we'll pull off 2 more wins with the all-common Hunter deck. After this, I believe the next common deck we're doing is the Shaman, and as of now, there's already the Mage and the Warrior out if you haven't checked those out. From here, we've got the Explosive Trap. Really good against if you're playing Rush. Deals 2 damage to everybody on your opponent's side of the field when targeting your hero. So if they start killing your characters first, or if they start killing your creatures on the field first, it will not trigger. They actually have to attack you directly. Quick Shot. We're running 2 of these. Normally, I don't even run this in my Rush Hunter deck just because it's so situational. It's only 3 damage for 2 mana, and you have to have no cards in your hand in order to draw an extra card. So it's kind of like, whatever. But 2 of these definitely in the all-common deck for the extra little damage you can do. And the draw 1 if you have no cards is nice. So heading back into this game, as you saw, I kept the Web Spinner, got rid of the other 2 because they were just too late game. Didn't really help us out against the Warlock. So we're going to throw the Web Spinner out first. Hopefully he doesn't kill it. He'll play maybe a 2/1. We'll play, and then next turn we'll play the Hyena, kill off the Web Spinner, and it'll gain, it'll be like a 4/3, I believe, because Hyena gains +2/1 when a beast on your side of the field dies. So it all depends what this Warlock is going to do. And I promise there's water in this. Turn 1, Warlock. So he coins. He's obviously going to play some form of a 2-drop, the Knife Juggler. Alright, let's see what we draw. What can we deal with this? Okay, so we'll Hyena, and we will actually Hunter's Mark this just to kill this off to get a decent early game going. So we're bringing out a 4-3 on turn 2. Unless he's got a Dark Bomb, I don't see him, or a Soulfire, I don't see him being able to destroy this Hyena. And then we got a nice 3-drop off of our Web Spinner. So we'll be able to play that 4-2 with Stealth the following turn. Yep. So let's just throw that out there, attack for 4, and end our turn. So we've got a decent field already. If he has Hellfire, I'm fucked. But hopefully he doesn't have Hellfire. Oh, he's just live tapping. So it looks like we're going to be going against the Molten Giant Mountain Giant deck, or not. I don't know. He's playing Knife Juggler and Squire, which don't go in that deck at all. So we'll just fill our field and do as much damage as we can. To attack with the Stealth or not is the question, but it wouldn't be a bad thing to do, I suppose. He's already at 12 health on turn 4. So the Imp Implosions, it's going to do, 3 damage. I wish it would have done 1. That would have been cool, but no worries. So from here, we can Call of the Hounds. That might not be a bad play at all, but, oh, he just gave up. Well, that was 7, and then we had a Kill Command in our hand, which is 5. He was at 12, so that would have been game. We didn't have to Call the Hounds. But there you go. There's the rush side of this deck. I mean, it depends on how you start off. It depends how you start off, but I mean, if you get the right hand, it can turn into a very fast-paced game, especially if they can't kill the Web Spinner. You get a Gladezuka, you play your Acidic Swamp Ooze if they end up playing a weapon, the Hyena, the Animal Command, it all flows well. With this being an actual all-common deck, this deck actually goes pretty well together. It, as you can see, it definitely holds its own for the most part. Okay, so heading on to the Acidic Swamp Ooze, this is almost in every single one of my all-common decks just because of how popular warriors are, paladins, hunter. It destroys their weapon, and so let's say they are the rogue. As you saw, he played a 3-4 weapon that just got annihilated. That was like a 4-drop on his part, and it automatically goes 1-for-1 if they have a weapon, and it really throws off your opponent's tempo. Ironbeak Owl, this is the silence of the deck because we don't have any actual removal. This is our removal, and this is our silence. And by removal, I meant silence. So if you're playing against a paladin and he plays a his 6/6 with Divine Shield, taunt, and give himself a 5/3 Ashbringer, this guy says Ironbeak, 2-drop little owl says no, fuck you, you ain't getting shit. So that's why he's in there. Silence is always good to have, especially in an all-common deck. Okay, so going back to this game, as you can see, our hand is still looking really nice. We got a 1, 2, 3, and 4. That you couldn't ask for a better hand, honestly. So we're going to play the Hyena. We're going to attack him directly because obviously we know next turn the Northside Cleric is going to commit suicide with my 1/1. It's going to then use his passive to draw 1. But then our Hyena will become a 4/3 and we'll be able to kill off his Cleric the following turn. Oh, wait. That actually wasn't a terrible move. Because now because he knows I'm gonna sacrifice my Web Spinner anyway. So I don't know why he said my apologies. If he would have killed the Web Spinner, it's gonna die next turn anyway. So you might as well deal damage to a card that wouldn't have any damage on it normally. So we'll sacrifice Spinner to your death. What do we get? Wow, a River Crocolisk. Hell yeah. 4/2 with charge. That's what I'm talking about. So we've got a 4/1 and a 4/2 already on turn 3. Again, very, very fast pace. And then maybe next turn we'll be able to Houndmaster our 4/2. My friend's complaining about the Mystics that people run on their decks because of the Paladin and the Hunter decks that people are playing. And also the Mage. Mages also run that copy card. So he grabbed, okay. So we're gonna buff my 4/2, and we're gonna swing for 10 and end our turn. So heading down to the Hyena, I mean, we can see why the Hyena is good. It's definitely been part of our aggro for the past 2 games. It gets an early game buff. I mean, if you combo the Hyena with the Call the Hounds, the Hyena's out, you call the Hounds, kill off the Hounds, your Hyenas most of the time will end up at least with 8 attack. Because it goes... Instead of going 1 for 1, it'll go 2 for 1. And I'm getting over a cold, guys. If you watch my Warrior deck guide, then you would have known, hey, he's pretty sick. And I'm getting better, as this video should tell you. Hey, look, he used our Iron Beak Aloe against us. And he's probably going to kill off the Hyena and our 4-2. Yep. It's so strange. Houndmaster is surrounded by dogs, has Hound in the name, looks like a dog, but isn't a beast. Question? Hound Master. Looks like a beast, surrounded by beast, has a beast name, isn't a beast. GG. Anyway, so we've got Animal Companion. This is almost in every single hunter deck you'll see. It's in Rush Hunter, it's in Late Game Hunter, it's in Control Hunter. I'm not going to explain why Animal Companion's good. The card's absolutely broken. Deadly Shot, we actually haven't, I don't think, have used that one time yet. But this is good, also good field removal. Let's say they play, it's turn 8 or turn 9. I don't know why it would have gotten that late of a game playing this deck. But let's say they play something huge. This just gets rid of it. It's a random enemy minion, so just keep that in mind when using it. So clear the field besides the card that you want this one to target, and that'll be good. So we're gonna Glaive Zuka. It's gonna give our guy +1 attack because he is the only creature on the field. So just make sure when you play, like if I would have played the Croc first and then Glaive Zuka, the Glaive Zuka could have gave my Croc the +1, and then I wouldn't have been able to do that +1 extra damage. So just be sure when you play Glaive Zuka that you have like the card on your field that you want to attack with first. Don't play other creatures unless you want them to get the buff. But most of the time you want to put the buff on the creature you're going to attack with right away. So just keep that in mind when using Glaive Zuka. Okay, so kill command. 5 damage if you have a beast on the field, can use it on a creature or them directly. Broken. Not even going to go over that. Unleash the Hounds. I'm sure if you played this game, this card has destroyed you more times than not. Not going to explain that's why it's in there. We have 1 multi-shot. Unfortunately, we couldn't put explosive shot in here because that is, I believe, in Epic. Or it's a rare and epic, so we can't have that in here. All common deck. So this is pretty much some more field clear for us. We don't have any big creatures in this deck at all. I mean, I think a 4/3 is the biggest creature in the deck, attack-wise, and the 2/5 is health-wise. The biggest drop's a 5-drop. So I mean, you definitely have to have. That's why the Hunter's Mark's in here. That's why the Iron Beak Owl's in here. That's why Kill Command's in here. And that's why Deadly Shot's in here. So we're gonna finish this guy off right here with the buff to our Croc, pinging directly for that 2 and picking up the 3rd win. Let me finish off this deck. We got Houndmaster. He buffs your beast. I don't know how many times I've done that so far, so that's why he's in here. Really nice. Piloted Shredders almost in every single one of my common decks. This guy is probably one of the most broken 4-drops in the game, if not one of the most powerful cards in the game. He's almost in every single one of my decks, so definitely it's good to have him in there. Finishing up with the Tundra Rhino, we didn't really get to play him that much, but he gives all your other beasts charge. So if we end up playing a Web Spinner, Houndmaster combo, Tundra Rhino, you get to attack with the Web Spinner right away. Most of the time, or your Animal Companion, whatever it may be, he just allows you to attack with your beasts right away, and he himself can also attack. So just keep that in mind. This pretty much wraps up this all-common Hunter deck. If you have any questions, concerns, if I didn't have something in here, or if you have a question about a card, let me know in the comment section below. Pretty sure I went over everything I need to go over. Be sure to check out some of our other common decks. They'll be coming out shortly, along with some of our tip videos if you're looking to get an extra edge in your Hearthstone game. So, with all of this said, thanks guys for stopping by the end. I'm Rob, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.